If you want to know the exact learning path you need to take to become a full-stack .NET/C# developer, you are in the right place. Whether you are a beginner or already have some experience coding in .NET but want to know where to focus next, you will find the information you need in this video. I promise to be as simple and concise as possible, so let's get started. First of all, hello everybody, this is Alan again. As you may know, if you are not new to the channel, C# and .NET development are the main focus of the content here. So I thought it's important for you to have a guide to follow while you learn. The first step in the process, regardless of the programming language or learning path you choose, is to take an introductory course in computer science and programming to gain an understanding of how the internet, computers, and coding work in general. You usually start from ground zero, learning that computers can understand only zeros and ones, and then you progress to understanding the web. In the next step, you should learn C#, starting from syntax and basics, moving on to object-oriented concepts. Afterwards, you can also explore advanced topics like LINQ, generics, async await methods, and so on, but it's not necessary at the beginning. While learning C# or afterward, you need to learn algorithms and data structures. Algorithms are step-by-step procedures to perform a task, while data structures are ways of organizing and storing data. Learning these will help you improve your problem-solving skills and teach you how to approach different tasks as a coder. The next step involves learning how to build the front-end side of your applications. For this purpose, you need to start with HTML, which defines the structure of a web page, followed by CSS, which styles the web page, and then JavaScript, which adds interactivity. JavaScript is an actual programming language, the only out of the three, and even though it is not necessary to learn in this learning path, at least not at first, I would recommend it because as a complete full-stack developer, you have to know JavaScript. There's also Bootstrap, which is a CSS framework that simplifies styling and makes websites responsive on multiple devices. It's also imported as a library in most .NET projects, which is another reason why you should learn it. While other learning paths might involve learning one of the three popular JavaScript front-end frameworks, React, Angular, or Vue, as a .NET developer, you'll use Blazor. Blazor, just as the other JavaScript frameworks, has a component-based structure that helps build the front-end side of the application more efficiently. Although you could still choose to implement JavaScript frameworks in your .NET projects, with Blazor you write the code in C#, where you're supposed to be more proficient. And that is why Blazor is the obvious choice. But in the case of not choosing a JavaScript framework, you actually don't need to learn the front-end framework at this stage, meaning Blazor. Instead, you'll learn it when you begin building web apps, as we'll see shortly. Okay, so after this comes the part where you need to learn a backend framework. Depending on what you want to build, there are several frameworks in .NET. ASP.NET Core is the most popular, used for building web applications. Depending on how you want to render the UI in your web app, you can choose MVC apps, Razor Pages, Blazor, which we saw above, or even a hybrid approach. With ASP.NET Core, you can also build web APIs, remote procedure call apps, and real-time apps. To build desktop applications in Windows, there are two main frameworks, Windows Presentation Foundation and Windows Forms. Additionally, there's .NET Multiple Platform App UI, or .NET MAUI, which is a cross-platform framework for creating native mobile and desktop apps. It's important to emphasize that you should not learn all of these, only the backend framework depending on the kind of application you want to build. Let's transition to the next thing you need to learn, which is how to work with a database. Databases are used to store all the data of our applications. While you are learning the backend framework, you will also learn how to access and manipulate your .NET applications database using Entity Framework. Entity Framework is a framework that allows you to work with your database using familiar object-oriented programming concepts like classes and objects. However, it's important to learn SQL, or Structured Query Language, which is an actual programming language for database querying and manipulation. Additional important knowledge for you to learn includes how to use version control systems like Git for managing your code base, how to secure your applications, a focus you must have over time, and also how to test your applications. No matter what stage you are at right now, I would suggest getting my C# ebook to learn the C# foundations the right way, or to reinforce what you already know. You can also use it as a reference material at any time in the future whenever you need to revisit a specific topic. The link is in the description, but alternatively you have access to many C# and .NET related videos and series on this channel for continuous learning, and some of them should be visible on the screen right now. I really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed the content, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Take care.